Okay, I'm just doing a development diary on the various wacky games that I've been working on over the past 6 months. I'm going to start from the beginning and go through them, hoping this will help me clarify my thoughts a little bit. And where we all started with this is I've had a idea in the back of my head for a long time to do a mixture of Snake and Scrabble. And I started working on this around, I don't know, August last year at the urgings of Kesia and Andre, who really helped me get started on this. So let's go through the different versions and see if we can figure out what's good and what's not good. This is the first version. You have to wait a little bit for the letters to be, but then they do. And then you can go around and pick up letters. So you're trying to spell a word here. So I just picked up JI because I tend to just pick up a consonant, then go for a vowel, and then pick up another consonant and see if it spells a word. And then once I have a word, and jig is a word here, I press X and I go down the bottom here and I can spell the word. I do that, and then I press C and the letters disappear from my body. So one of the key decisions in this version of the game is I don't have to pick up the letters in order. So I just picked up RIM, but I did it out of order. R-I-M. Now, some of my games, this game isn't finished to the point where there's not really any way out once you pick up a letter that is no good. You just have to stick it in your body. But I don't need to get rid of it anyway. So if I, basically the way you would lose in this version is by, you know, accumulating letters that you don't need. I'm dodging letters right now, but I actually don't need to do that. I think the weakness with this one is there's not really enough sort of there's not really enough collaboration between the movement and the spelling piece. So as I go through here, I just sort of pick up letters and then I'm doing spelling. So I don't think the two halves of the game are merged very well. So that was sort of what led me to move away from this. So that let's stop with that and go to the next version. Okay, we'll skip this one because that's kind of crappy. So here's a different version where I changed up a bit. So if you see here, we've got a smaller number of letters on the screen. But the way it works is there's one word I can spell based on all the letters on the screen. So I don't actually know if app is considered a word in this dictionary, but if it was, this still wouldn't end it. So I got to collect all the letters. I got to spell apple. Do that, I get another word. This also doesn't really have any complicated life system. So we go through, we eat, 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 and we get to the next word. If I screw up, so this one is finger. If I screw up, I get respawned like that. So I guess I think the problem with this one, again, is that I don't think the spelling and the moving is really merged at all. So basically what happens is you get into the level and you've got another word that comes on, you just sort of go in a circle until you can figure out which word this is. And then basically just, if you get bigger, the circle becomes more larger, but it's still the same action. And I don't think there's enough interplay between the two modes. So this is Apple again. The dictionary is not very big for this mode. So I would need to expand the dictionary if I thought this was the right way to go. Let's go on to the next one. So move it back up here, blow it up. Oh, just press play rather. So this is sort of an expanded version of the same game. Let me just find my mouse here. Come on, mouse. Need you. With a couple of other changes. So the change here is that the word appears in the top left. I don't know. To me, this is Andre sort of said, you know, you've just been staring at it for too long. To me, this is just pointless. Like, what's the point of it if it's just, I don't know. Maybe this could work as a kid's game. Who knows? Eat them up. Dagger. But having the lives, and I also added some death graphics and stuff here, so when I run into the wall. Oh, what's ad? I screwed that up, so we gotta. So I'm not sure what happens if I collect all the letters wrong here. Oh, you die. So one of the other things in this mode is, so I just picked up a G, and obviously dagger doesn't start with G, so this little pink blob here, I can go there and that will take it out of my body and put it back into the game world. So that's nice. But then I get it right, and it's kind of fun. I don't know. I like having the actual lives for some reason makes it a lot less frustrating. So I do that, and that's this version, and I die. Now I'm dead, and we get a null pointer exception, because if there's any better way to die than a null pointer exception, I don't know what it is. And then we get sort of the final version of this snake word image combination thing that we got going on here, where we have an image. Oh, shouldn't have crashed. Just lost a life. Those little wacky blobs in the bottom left of the screen are lives. So I got a picture on the right, and I have to spell it. So I go get APPLE, hooray. And then also there are sometimes words instead. So I go TITL. And we've still got the thing in the bottom that lets us take them out of our body. I believe this is entrance, yeah. I fucked it up. Oops. I guess I just tuned out and was playing for a second there while thinking about other stuff. Repeat that. This is fuel, which is, I know, not an American word. Whoops, I died. There's another bug. If you die in the right-hand side of the screen on this one, you're just going to come back in and die again. Well, anyway. We have another version of this version where we have the easy mode. So I was thinking a lot about the various ways to make death or spelling mistakes not punishing. And I came up with this. So say I want, I knew P was next, but I screwed up. Well, I just get extra blobs in my body. So trying to make it harder, but only incrementally harder by screwing up. So yeah, oh, see more blobs to frustrate me a little bit. But will still kill you. You still got that thing where you can easily screw up. Let's go to the final game. This is what I'm most proud of, though Andre says it's just because I'm bored of the other one. I think it's a lot better. So basically the theory here was I was trying to solve the whole problem of the fact that you never really have to combine movement and spelling. And in this game, you do. So I'm trying to spell a word, sort of like an endless runner, where I have to spell words by getting the letters as they drop down on me. And then you've got these blocks. And there's always a word in the block, but it kind of gets screwed up because sometimes you've already got letters in you when the block comes, and then it doesn't really help. And there's what happens if you make a mistake and gets dropped in the blob behind you. And when that gets up to the point where it reaches your body, you die. And that's it.